what do you say to an agent who wants to put out content and who wants to put out videos that, doesn't have a funny bone in their system? How can they create content? And how can they create a really, big personal brand out there?
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing you can do if you're like naturally just not funny and you'you've never really been that person, don't try and do it in front of everyone. That's just not, I've seen a lot of people do it now, and it's very hard to watch sometimes because you can tell they're uncomfortable. And they're just not being themselves, and it's not going to translate. Like, I've always just loved to make people laugh. That was a big part of my personality. So what I would say if someone's not necessarily funny, I always say, talk to your friends and your family. Literally ask them, what characteristics do you like about me? Am I the analytical one? Am I quirky? Am I like bubbly? Like anything that kind of what makes, me gravitate, you gravitate towards me, and literally ask them that. Are you witty? And then whatever they say, try and bring that quality of yours into your video while being natural, because there's tons of creative content that's not funny. There's very informative content that's just, 3 ways to sell your home, but they just do it in a different way, and they do it in their voice. And you're going to attract, the people who are like you. And that's what I've done. I attract kind of the people who appreciate the humor side and the creativity and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people who don't like it because I swear and I do all that shit. And that's fine. I've realized you're not going to get them all. So niche down and just try. And I really feel like in today's world, especially for a new agent, it's going to be very hard to succeed without some sort of social, media plan. It doesn't have to be your main thing, but I really think, a lot more people are going to TikTok or going to Instagram to literally find agents. This is like the new age of things. It doesn't mean you should stop door knocking and cold calling and whatever you do, but like, I don't know, just like, I think you should add that to your business. And if you can find a way to do it in your voice, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be you on camera if you're really uncomfortable. Like, I've seen, great agents just kind of take their phone through a cool luxury property in 30 seconds, and they speed it up and they put it to a trending song, and people like seeing that stuff.
Yeah. There's so many things out there that, people need to relate to. Like, for example, if you're a basketball fan, maybe you do a 30-second summary of, what happened with the Raptors that night, and, tie it back into real estate. And, real estate is so mainstream in the city of Toronto. Like, everybody's talking about it, even the Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Like even when you're watching the Raptors game, like at least once or twice, the commentators mention, oh, what a great city Toronto is. And, then they're doing the interview with the players, and the players are saying, oh, I love Toronto and I love being here. And, Toronto has the prettiest women and the best restaurants. And, like, that is all content that's amazing for our industry. And it's putting Toronto on the map in such a big way, right?
Yeah. You got to find, that's another thing. Add your passions, your hobbies into your page.
100%.
For sure. If you're a huge Toronto Raptors fan, do your research, find out what they bought, and do videos on it.
Yeah.
Hey, this person just bought this for 20 million in Toronto. Hey, take a look at, I know Drake's not should be at this point, Raptor. But this is Drake's
honorary one.
$100 million mansion. Like, that shit, people are always interested in celebrity real estate. So if that's something you're truly passionate about, I have a friend in Atlanta who gets all his business because he's a Porsche enthusiast. He has Porsche Facebook pages. He does Porsche meetups. And obviously, if you're buying a Porsche, I would assume you could buy a house. I mean, if not, if you have a Porsche and you're living in your parents' basement, you're probably not doing it right.
Porsche, maybe.
Yeah. But, those are high-end, clientele. So for him to pair his and it's a real passion. It's not that, show off type thing where it's like, oh, look at my car and my watch
Right.
and my Gucci belt. It's not
Right.
that. It's like you can tell he's truly passionate about these cars, which is great. And I love seeing that. And most of his business comes from that. He's literally just having fun. He's he just doing what he loves to do, and he's making money by making connections.